Hey there my lovelies, and welcome to my booktube channel, The Sassy Library Fox. My name is V, and today I'm kind of chaotic. I didn't plan to make a video today, but then I decided I wanted to catch up on my tag videos. So here I am, absolutely unprepared, totally shaking this out of my wrist, but we'll see how far I get. I at least looked up which kind of tag I'm going to do, and it's the reading goals tag, and I was tagged by Jolene at Bookworm Adventure Girl about 2 years ago or so. I honestly don't know, I'm so behind on tags, please be with me. I was kindly tagged by Jolene, thank you Jolene. And I decided to finally do this tag. I think the original tag was created by Rosie Cockshot at Bookish Life. I needed to look that up because there's no way I would have remembered that. And because I'm so helplessly unprepared today, I decided to just screenshot the question on my phone and to read them from here and to try to answer them as good as possible. You can already tell this is going to be a slightly chaotic video, but I made some coffee. So hopefully that will help, and it's in my BT27 cup, so cheers. Let's do this, let's go for it. Okay, the first question is, do you set reading goals? Why or why not? Yes, I do set reading goals. I always make a to-be read, a yearly to-be read. I want to follow, but usually I don't follow it. I still didn't finish my 2019 to-be read, but yeah, I think, yeah, and now comes the why I set reading goals. Because I think if I wouldn't do my yearly to-be read list, I would never read those books. Honestly, on this list, there only land the books I really want to get to, I really want to read. And if I wouldn't put them on that list, I would forget about them, I wouldn't read them, or I wouldn't feel obligated to read them. It's some sort of, I don't know, I'm holding myself accountable with this to-be read, so that I actually read the books I want to read and don't just borrow books from the library which probably aren't even on my to-be read, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? I don't know. I just set it aside for now, and let's just head for the next question. And the next question is, are your goals things that you absolutely aim to complete, or more general themes you want to focus on? Well, I absolutely want to finish my to-be read. Yes, that's definitely a goal. And I always set a goal of reading 45 books a year. That's also some sort of goal I want to go through and want to reach, because I love to read, and if there's a year in which I read less than 45 books, something obviously totally went wrong. So I'm content when I reach those 45 books, and I don't know, it gives me some sense of accomplishment. I love to read, and it feels like I actually read that year. I don't know if that makes any sense, but it is the way it is. And I hope I answered that question now. I'm not sure. Next one. When in the year do you set new goals? Well, I start to write my to-be read at about the middle of the year. I see books I want to put on there, and then I just start to write it, and during the year it gets more and more. And at the end of the year, I usually have those 45 books at the ready, except of the last 5 books I always ask you to recommend to me. And as for when I settled the goal of 45 books, pretty much at the beginning of the year, because it's been the same goal for at least 3 or 4 years now. 45 books is just something I can do. So I stick with that goal. And as for other goals, I usually tend to set other reading goals, like read 3 German books or something like that, at the end of the year and at the beginning of it. So in the change of years, usually it's the 2 weeks I get off from work when my kid has winter holidays. So that's usually the time I set my new goals, look at my old goals and take a closer look if I finish them or if I accomplished them or not. Most of the time it's I didn't accomplish them, but I try my best. I still try my best. Okay. Honestly, that screen lock is so horrible. Probably next time I would change to writing post-its once again. It's easier than always unlocking my phone. Okay, next question. Do you have any long-standing goals that you aim for every year? If yes, what are they? I think I pretty much covered that one with the 45 books I want to read each year and with my to-be-read list. And long-standing goals. You all know about the 3 books I want to finish by the end of the year. I won't name them. We won't say their names. We just know I want to finish them before the end of the year. Let's keep it at that. Okay. What type of goal has been the most successful by whatever metric you used in the past? Oddly enough, my to-be-read has actually also been the least successful and the most successful because I hold to it. I'm such a mood reader and I usually don't hold to any reading goals. I honestly sometimes I even have troubles to hold to my monthly to-be-read. Those last couple of months I did horribly with holding to my to-be-read. As you might have noticed with my wrap-up videos. So for some weird reason, my to-be-read might be the worst goal I'm going through with, but it's also the best goal, if that makes any sense. I guess this video makes no sense, but it's okay. We'll just leave it at that. We go with the flow and won't worry about anything. The metric I choose, to-be-read, if that is a metric. What type of goal has not gone to plan? What went wrong? Everything, literally everything, every goal I ever wanted to go through. What didn't go wrong should be the better question, because as I already said, I'm having a hard time to stick to reading goals because I usually can't go through with them because life always seems to get in the way. I try to be flexible, I try to read when I'm in the mood for it, I try to write reviews when I'm in the mood for it. What definitely went totally wrong is the goal to write reviews. I tried to keep up with my reading and my reviews. Usually I used to write the reviews right after reading the book so that I wouldn't miss anything, so that I would still have the book fresh in my mind. And now I have a backlog of 15 reviews. Some of them books I read last year in September, and I wasn't in the mood to write reviews, but I'm currently totally in the mood for writing reviews. So I hope this stays for a longer while because I really have some catching up to do. So yeah, we'll see how that goes and how long the muse is kissing me. Okay, next question is, do you change your goals based on how the last reading year has gone? No. You might say I love to make the same mistakes again and again, but then again, if I wouldn't make my to-be-reads and wouldn't create them, I probably wouldn't follow anything. So it's sort of a mistake I like to make because it keeps me on track, as weird as it might sound. Yeah. Anyway, let's head to the last question, I think. And the last question is, do you track your reading goals? If so, has any of this changed a lot over the course of your reading life? Do I track my reading goals? I never had any reading goals to begin with. When I started to read when I was a kid and a teen, I didn't have any reading goals. So I didn't have any goals to hold to. I only started to have some reading goals ever since I joined Goodreads. I joined Goodreads in 2017, I think. 2017, yes. And ever since I joined Goodreads, I've had reading goals, and they got more and more over the last couple of years. They don't always have to do with reading, but also with channel goals and with my blog goals and Instagram goals or whatever. So I think they've become a lot and more over the years, even though none of those goals is set in stone, and I just like to make some reading goals, but I never know if I will be able to go through with them, and that's okay for me, I think. I like to be flexible, and I like to hold myself accountable for at least some of those reading goals, and I have a reading journal, as you might know, and for 2023 I wrote down a couple of goals here. I don't know if you can see it, but those are my reading goals for 2023, and so far just one has been colored out, and this is 300 followers on Instagram. So yeah. There are also goals like read 50% of my to be read, or read 45 books, as I already mentioned. Read all my review copies, for instance, is also a goal I set myself for 2023, because quite honestly, I got a lot of review copies those last couple of years, and I still haven't read some of them, and I'm currently not taking any review copies anymore from any author, because I just want to read those I already have. And my goal is to finish all of those review copies until the end of 2023, so that I can finally accept new books from new authors. But we will see how that one goes. We still have 5 months left of the year, so yeah, let's see how this will go. Okay, and I think this is already the ending of my video. I need to tag a couple of people here, and I just decided to tag people I interact with a lot and people who tag me as well. So the first person I'm going to tag is Becky at Teacup the Storyteller, then Sandy at Mrs. Reads a Lot, Jam at Bookish Jams, Bea at Mama Needs to Read Romance, Em at Dark Violet Dreams, Lauren at Paperback Empire, and Kristen at Kristen Craves Books. So those are the people I tag. I will make sure to write them down in the description box below as well, so that they know they are tagged, if they might not come across this video. And well, the only thing I would like to know is about your reading goals and habits. Do you even have any? Do you like to keep it simple and not set any goals? What is your take on reading goals? Are they good? Are they bad? Do you go through with them if you have them? I would really love to hear your opinion on this and your point of view. And I think there's nothing left to say. We're already at the ending of my video. The only thing I will say is I hope you're still healthy and safe. Take care and see you around the next time. Bye!